bottom of the first column, like 4 lines from the bottom. We're speaking about Ba'aleshes Chavero committing adultery, embarrassing a person in public, and we're talking about referring to a person with a name that's pejorative, which causes embarrassment also. Although the person no longer feels embarrassed because he's accepted. The fact is that's what they refer to him as. These 3 sins transcend this world, touches upon something which is not within this world. What does that mean? Person has 3 spiritual distinctions, which is outside his physicality. Hamalo Yona Kol Hashem, for she's Baretz La Machalel Hashem, Kam Makomos, should be Arnu. Mi'in Hashem Shubo Al Sichli B'Levad, when you identify something, the name of a person. What is the name? The name touches upon his destiny. Destiny in what? As in his physicality. The destiny has to do with his spirituality. So that's something which is added in the realm of physicality, the name. It is the essence of the person, the name. So therefore, if you go and you alter that, and you refer to it in a denigrating, pejorative way, you're taking something which is outside the realm of this world, and you're desecrating it. And there's the tzelem, there's the what, there's the image. Then we speak about the physical attachment, the bonding between the male and the female. There's a chibur, there's an attachment in the physical sense, and also in the what? In the spiritual sense, both. So it goes from shame to tzelem to eshes ish. Therefore, they go to Gehenim. Gehenim has relevance to this world. Person goes and eats non-kosher. Person violates the Shabbos, whatever it may be. So therefore, you've crossed the line in the physical sense. But kasher enachet be'elu gimel dvorim, af im sheyachti b'dvorim shemitzad od mazeh hagashi ish Gehenim mizeh atzad. Although a person sins in regard, he comes to the physicality, and therefore he goes to Gehenim. Even though the person failed in Gehenim, what extricates him Gehenim? Because he has an identity which is outside of this existence. So that's a saving grace. Let's say a person's, his whole essence is his physical, and he failed in the physical. Gehenim goes and consumes the physical. It doesn't consume the spiritual. So that he has the spiritual value, that's what's left. That's why he gets out of there. That's why he ascends eventually. But what about a person, he himself compromised even the spiritual? So all that's there is what? It's only the physical. He compromised even the spiritual, so there's no saving grace. Person takes poison. You have a healthy system. What happens to your system? You've destroyed it. You're dead. You go and you eat non-kosher. You violate Shabbos as a Jew. You go and whatever it is, you're a thief. You steal. All these things, these are all compromising your physicality. Right? Those are physical acts. The consequence is, because you have that, therefore you're not worthy to what? To ascend until you've corrected that. Right? That causes blemishes. That soils you. It causes a blockage, an impediment that you're not worthy to ascend. You're weighted down with physical baggage. Therefore, you can't ascend. Instead, it's all baggage in the physical. Because you failed in the physical arena. When you malbim nechavero, that already you didn't fail in the physical arena. There, the consequence is directly on the essence of the spiritual. Instead, one is when you succumb to your physicality, you just have a desire to steal, to possess these things. There, the areas you violated was physical areas. Okay? Therefore, the only way you could go to Olam Haba, you have to rid yourself of this baggage, right? The failings in the physical. When you compromise your spirituality as calling a person with a pejorative name, I mean, you took his essence of spiritual and you converted it to something else. The name is the destiny, the spiritual destiny.
That's not considered a physical act.
No, but you touched upon something which is more than physical. There, what did you destroy? You destroyed it. You went and presented him in a context that he's not in the physical. That's his essence, which is the spiritual.
So really, what you're saying is that one has been other Maharal, one has been other Maharal. Anything physical is used to view with going to a job as you eat non-kosher.
Let's say it was consensual. It's made out in the mokum, right? She agreed, he agreed. Doesn't make a difference. It's made out in the mokum. It's not made in the chavero. It's not he stole the man's wife, right? The man said, goodbye, good riddance. Happy to get rid of her, but he didn't give her a get. She said, "That's ish." Embarrassing. That's because that's a tzelem. Because if you would have appreciated the tzelem, you don't go and you don't disgrace that. Just like. Who's going to extricate you from Gehenim? He says it's something which is profound. It says that a person who commits adultery, he doesn't ascend. David, ויש לו עולם הבא, אין זה קש, דהי דהוכל או אי רק שאינו עולה קודם עולם הבא. I mean, one is a poshet. I mean, if he has chenek, if he gives chenek, he demands tshuva. Right? The Mishnah says, and I don't hear the question, I mean, the Mishnah says in Sanhedrin that when they would implement any one of the 4 death penalties, they would actually sink the person in manure up to his hips, and they would start talking to him that he should do tshuva. They would totally break him, that he should, to appreciate his sin, that he should confess. So the death penalty should be an atonement to rehabilitate him. So what's the question? It's bechenek. Chenek is synonymous with tshuva. A person does tshuva even regardless of what he does. He has a chelik on bo. All these people that we say are yordevenim olam are speaking about where they didn't do tshuva. A person does tshuva, there's no reason for him to go to Gehenna. Right, if he did a sufficient degree of tshuva. Right? So what's Tosa's question? How could it say, David says that after you have chenek, you have olam haba? Sure, because after you have chenek, the person, chenek is atonement. So he doesn't have to go to Gehenna. He had his Gehenna, he had his suffering. His life was taken with tshuva. There's no reason for him to go to Gehenna. To be continued. It's purging. It's a purging process.
Purging of only the physical side. Is that what
You failed in the physical. So after you fully purged and atoned, what's left? There's a spiritual value that's left. So because of that value, you get out of there. That's why that extricates you from there. But what about after you've compromised your spiritual? Because you didn't value the tzelem. One bears doesn't mean one time. We're talking about. So you took away his tzelem. So because you didn't value the tzelem, that means your tzelem has been compromised. That's the midah keneged midah. So what's left? No, you don't get out of there because the only thing. No, but it's even more than that. The reason why you get out from Gehenna, because after everything's said and done, I'll give you an example. A smelter, what does a smelter do? It smelts away the impurities, and what's left, the pure metal is left. Correct? Silver, the dross is separated, it's left silver. So what's the value? You take the silver out of the fire. So there's something valuable. But what about, there's nothing, after it's burnt, it's been purged, there's nothing left. What do you take out of there? All there is only ash. You leave it in the kiln. You don't take it out. You sweep it out and throw it out because it has no value.
So what purchased someone from that Aveira?
Only tshuva. That's what we're saying. Only tshuva.
Only tshuva.
If you did tshuva, then there's what to talk about.
You can't do tshuva though for...
If the man, you could do. You could do tshuva for everything.
Right.
Here we're talking about the person did not do tshuva. Yordam Legehenna means he did not do tshuva or didn't do sufficient tshuva. Of course, it all touches upon the spirituality of the person. Okay. I didn't know that. There's a basis to speak Hebrew on Shabbos, to speak Lashon HaKodesh on Shabbos.